Hello everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am here to talk about the situation with Letitia Wright, aka Shuri, and Black Panther Forever. Now, I've been debating talking about this because I wanted to wait to see, how this situation developed. And, we're still waiting to see how this situation is developing. First of all, right off the bat, the big thing going on right now is after the passing of Chadwick Bosman. Now, there's still people who are arguing about recasting and whatnot. I'm not here to really talk about that. I'm here to talk about, since the MCU seems to be committed to the moving forward and not recasting T'Challa. You kind of come back to this, like, you immediately as a comic book fan go, well, if you're gonna have a new Black Panther, it has to be Shuri, right? Because Shuri is the older Black Panther. She's the older modern Black Panther in the Marvel comics. She's his sister. She becomes Black Panther in the comics. It all makes sense. Now, I've argued that this version of Shuri wouldn't match. That this version of Shuri doesn't have any fighting skills. She doesn't have any of the attributes. She doesn't have many of the attributes that the comic book Shuri has. So it wouldn't really fit. But I digress. Most people, were thinking Shuri. So, you kind of go on, and big thing happened with Letitia Wright over the summer, last summer, which is, there's a lot of opinions about COVID. And after what happened with Gina Carano, there's no doubting that being anti-vaccination is probably not the side of the line you want to be on. At least, like, if you're anti-vax, you don't want to be, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want to be throwing out insane, in the membrane ideas. You don't want to be hardcore about it and putting out a bunch of big over-the-top messages about vaccination. You could be anti-vax, but if you're in Hollywood working with these people who, make a lot of money, and Hollywood is very liberal anyways, it's something that you gotta be careful about how you're going about that. But even more to that fact, it's really hard to work with you because, different countries have different rules for vaccinations and whatnot. And Black Panther, and there was multiple reports, who knows if there are multiple reports of, like, them having trouble with her because they want to go film in certain countries and she can't film in these countries. Now we're hearing reports that perhaps they had to rewrite the script because they can't have her in parts of the movie because she's not vaccinated, so she can't be in certain locations to film. And on top of that, she got severely injured on set, which is just strange. Like, what is the chances of that? That's just such a bizarre thing. Like, everything around this Black Panther film is kind of crazy. You lose your lead. The person who you expect who would be the lead is covered in controversy. And even if that wasn't the case, she got hurt to the point where they had to shut down the production on Black Panther 2. They had to shut production down because she got so injured. But even on top of that, there are certain places she can't be at to film because she doesn't want to be vaccinated. And not only does she not want to be vaccinated, according to some, once again, who knows who not, who knows if it's true or not, that she's, like, really preaching hardcore on the set with other people, which if they decide that, it's just craziness going on around this film. The drama around Black Panther 2 is insane, and it really centers around Letitia Wright. And like I said, I feel like I can't ignore it because it's a thing. It's a big thing, and it's happening, and it may affect the Black Panther sequel. I mean, the Black Panther sequel's already being greatly affected by the passing of Chadwick Bosman, but all of this stuff going on with her may even affect the film even more so. On top of her being injured, her whole vaccination stance is causing a lot because just like certain other actors who do stands like that, it's what's going to be talked about the most, and it's going to be politicized as much as, because it's just going to be, and it's really hard to do press tours and whatnot. And like, that's the thing. I've talked about this before, and people got on me. People got a lot of dislikes on the Gina Carano video when I said it. But this is a business, and from a business perspective, like, I'm not sure this is smart for Letitia, because if she keeps fucking around, they will recast her. It's just as simple as that. And she's a great actress. I've seen her in other things. She's a great actress. This ain't a Gina situation where I'm like, man, Gina Carano's okay, alright? Like, I ain't shedding any tears and I gotta get to see Gina Carano. But Letitia is a legit actress. She is a damn good actress. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I get that you believe what you believe, but you gotta understand you're fucking with money now. We can't film in certain places. If we want to make you the lead and you want to, like, have this stance, not only do we have to answer the questions about you every time we do a press tour, but we can't film in certain locations. So, like, it's starting, like, the drama around Black Panther Wakanda Forever is just revving up, man. It is becoming interesting. I am so, like, honestly, out of all the films being made right now in the MCU, that film is the one I'm most concerned about. I am the most concerned about that, because now it's not just they have to overcome the death of Chadwick Bosman, now they have to overcome the drama around Letitia, the injury to Letitia, the fact that whatever they needed her for, well, maybe there's reports, like I said, who knows if these specific reports are true, but there are reports that they had to rewrite the script because of all this drama. And it's just insane when you just look at what's going on around that film and just bookmark the reports around it. It's just crazy. Like every other film in the MCU, everything has reports around it, but it's more of a directional thing, or like, it's not a drama, it's more like a directional thing. Maybe this doesn't work, maybe they want to do this. This film has nothing but pure drama around it, and it's so nuts, because I never thought back in 2017, or was it 16? I think it was 17, when Black Panther had came out, I never thought, oh no, Black Panther came out in 2018, my bad. I never thought that, by the time I got back to seeing the sequel, that there would be this much drama around it. It's crazy, really. It's insane. In a way, though, I will admit, I am sort of kind of, like, there's a part of me that is happy about this drama, because it means that they're probably going to go in the direction that I want them to go, which is Nakia as the new Black Panther. So, am I going my direction with it? That'd be cool. So, that would be dope. But at the same time, it's just something that I feel like I should talk about, because if this drama becomes bigger news, and some of these reports that are just out there but get confirmed. Like, the only things that can be confirmed is Letitia Wright got injured on set. Letitia Wright has stirred up a lot of controversy with her hardcore. It's not like some subtle, like, oh, like little snippy, like, this is what I believe, and, leave it at that. Like, I believe this, and this is what I believe for my kids, and, no, it is she was saying some crazy shit. She's deleted a lot of it, because she got talked to. She deleted a lot of it, but she was saying some out there shit. And not just like, I don't trust the vaccination, like theories about the vaccination. Like, I remember like hearing some shit about like theories about it, but she quit. She quit talking about it. She quit talking about it, which is why which is why people don't really know. It's not like the Gina thing where Gina just kept going. Like, Letitia got the message from people, and she stopped talking about it on the internet, but she still talks about it. Right? But right now, I believe if you go on the internet, you probably wouldn't see anything from her, because I believe she deleted most of it because she's smart. But right now, her stance is hurting them being able to film in locations, which is when you start fucking with money. That's when you start fucking with money, and that's when the politics, whatever you believe, drops. You're fucking with my money, you're fucking with everything. I don't give a rat's ass what you believe. You better either get over it or we're gonna recast you. That's basically what it's coming down to right now, in my opinion. Like, what it's gonna end up coming down to. You're either gonna get over it, or stick to your shit and go back home, because we can't be hurt because you believe this thing. Like, we need to, and like I said, never thought back when this movie was announced that it would have this much drama around it. Never thought that, that it would have this much drama around it. Like, I'm optimistic. But I haven't seen this much drama around a Marvel movie, like before it's ever released, since like the Edgar Wright thing, man. Since like Edgar Wright, we think another Marvel film had some drama, like a lot of drama around it before it came out. I can't really think of one. Like, I can't think of another Marvel film that had this much drama around it. I mean, Age of Ultron had a lot of drama, but we didn't hear about it till after the film had came out. But this, like I said, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic, but the drama surrounding this film is real, man. The drama surrounding this film is real, and there is that's not even on top of all that shit I talked about just for the last 11 minutes. That's like shit that the studio and the actors and whatnot are dealing with, the writers and the directors. Then you got like this division going on with the fandom, which one fandom wants Chadwick to be recast. I mean, they really want T'Challa to be recast. They think T'Challa is too important to be dead, that he can't be dead, that he has to be alive because we have to do these stories that have him in it. They want him to be recast. They don't give a rat's ass. They think it's disrespect. They think maybe they don't think it's disrespectful not to recast, but they think it's like, oh well, Chadwick would have wanted you to move on. They wouldn't want you to not, and to a certain degree maybe he did. Then there's the other side, who kind of are me, basically. That's probably the side I lean more towards. Who either A, they're cool with it. They're like, well, whatever, either way, I'm good. Which is kind of where I started. I was like, either way, I'm good. It just depends on what kind of actor you get to come in and do the recast. But if you decide not to do the recast, I'm good with that too. Because as long as you pick the right character to replace him, the story should be able to go on, Nakia. Or they're like, it's disrespectful to recast him. It's insulting to recast T'Challa. You disrespect Chadwick. And to a certain degree, like, all the examples of recasting that people have brought up are just awful. People bring up Dumbledore. Dumbledore isn't the main character of Harry Potter. You know what I mean? Some of the examples of recasting are some of the worst examples because people are trying to make their point that they want to be recast and they just bring up the worst examples. They bring up like side characters and characters are in the movie for like 5 minutes. Like, nobody, I was a child. Tell me, did you notice Dumbledore was recast? No! Yes, because you don't really see him all that. You do see him a chunk, but it's not like he's in the whole movie. It's not like he's the main character. Now, let's see, if God damn it, I'm trying to think of a character who died. Now, if not Okoye, Shuri, if like Everett Ross had died. If the actor Martin Freeman had died, okay, you can recast Everett Ross. He's a side character who has about 20 minutes of screen time. Like, things like that. People bringing up Dumbledore. They're bringing up some characters who've been recast in the MCU, and they're all side characters. No one has ever, until someone can give me that, I'm not listening to anybody about recasting T'Challa until you can give me an example of a lead actor, the star of the show, getting recast, or the star of a big multi-billion-dollar movie or franchise getting recast, and the franchise just goes on just fine. Until you can do that, there ain't no conversation to be had, because all the examples people are giving are terrible ones, because they know themselves that there isn't any good examples. They just want the character to go on, because they're used to that character in the comics, they're used to the story arcs that he goes on, they got the they still got the fantasies of him marrying Storm, and having his rivalry with Namor and stuff, and they want that, so they're just kind of like fucking trying to figure out a way to make it go, well, this is what should happen, when it's like, no! There is no example of a success like that. Because everyone knows, like off instinct, you see a fucking main character recast in a sequel, it's something cheap about it. Because the only films that do that are straight to DVD movies and TV shows. Old TV shows. They don't even do that anymore in modern TV. When the last time you seen the lead character in a modern television, a modern hit, get recast? It doesn't happen. It just doesn't. That's not what, we were smarter than that. The audience is smarter than that. We know something's wrong with the product, and if we think that something's wrong with the product, we won't watch the product. Now that I've gone on my whole rant about recasting, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and what do you think about all the drama surrounding Black Panther? Are you concerned about the drama? The fan drama, Letitia Wright drama, the passing of Chadwick Bosman. They've had to postpone production because of her injuries, and I mean, it's a lot going on around that film. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.